Live. We're going live on Amazon. So do check out grantsaunders.live. That will take you to the Amazon live page. And then we're going to go on here as well. So we're going to be talking about the live streaming products and live talking stuff. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them and we'll sort them out as well. So let me just go into the Amazon live app here as well. I should bring this up and then we should be good to go. How is everybody? It's been a crazy afternoon. Let me just adjust this light here. There we go. A bit of a emergency in the studio a minute ago, so I had to change some stuff around, which is always fun to do last minute. So that is all good. So need lots of support and love in the chat today. So let me just bring some stuff up here. Let me just check everything is working fine. Let me know where you're watching from as well. Get in the chat. We've got the snake that's going to be showcasing and going around. We've got all sorts of stuff. The glitches with Amazon. Oh, it says on there. Oh, there we go. Well, have we got the sound? We have got sound. All seems to be good and well there. And one of the things we can do, which is quite fun as well, is we've got the air horns. We can make some noises. We can do some stuffs. So that is good. Let me just reload that. See if we can get the conversation going on the other side. And then hopefully all will be well. So yes, if you do get into the chat, you'll see a snake going around the screen. Every time we get a new commentator, they get a new body on the snake. And every time you comment, you get put to the head of the snake. So let me just... I'll put in my hello there as well, and then I'm going to pop over to my studio on BeLive, which is a fantastic platform. And I'm going to bring in the... See, the lottery jar is still there. How weird is that? So yes, so you'll see the little spinny things going around there as well. So my name's Grant Saunders. I'm going to talk to you about the stuff that I use when I live stream. And I talk about live streaming, but I don't just mean when I'm going live. I'm also talking about workshops, talks, presentations, that type of stuff as well. I'm a hypnotist in the UK and I travel the world doing this stuff luckily. And I talk about the tips and tricks that I have learned over the years to help, say, be a better speaker. Just speak. You'll see there on the screen, I have commented the first hello, and you'll see I am now the head of the snake. So feel free to jump on board with that. It's a little bit of fun. And if it's your first time here as well, Samantha, how are you? Had a crazy start to the day. Just as I was about to stream, my MacBook Pro refused to power on. So I've had to move everything around, bring my big computer down and then set up again. But I'm not going to let it stress me, Samantha. I'm going to stay calm. It will be what it will be. I've got it booked into the Genius Bar tomorrow morning. That's how quick it was to get sorted. So I'm quite pleased about that. But Samantha, how are you? Hopefully you are well. Good to see you back. My tea's gone cold as well in all the time I've been running around stressing. But anyway, let's get into the products that we're here talking about today. Why is that going into that mode? My phone's going crazy as well. First thing we're going to talk about is the Rode Procaster 2. It's what I'm using right now. It's the thing that enables me to have the
silly voices if I start talking like this. That is because I've got the Rode Procaster 2. Let me show you what it looks like. I'll bring up the second camera on here as well. Just mute that so we don't have any crazy sounds going on. Dun, 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 dun. And you are not going to... Oh, yes, you are. You're there. You are there. And so that should be on screen now. There we go. That is the Rode Procaster 2. You can see I've got the Rode Wireless Go. That's in there as well. We're going to be testing that in a little bit as well. Laugh out loud. Yes, Samantha. It was laugh out loud. It's the stresses of all these things. Oh, you laugh. Oh.
You're laughing because I still want a voice with the pitch up. That's the problem when I press buttons. I forget to press them. So yes, it does all sorts, Samantha. You can do...
you can digitize your voice like that.
You can do like a megaphone voice. If you want to do some announcements or anything like that, you can do it that way as well. So yeah, so that you can see it in the top screen there is the Rode Procaster 2. It's a great bit of kit. Let me bring it up here again so you can see it in all its glory. Excuse my cup of tea there. So look. Now to bring the big computer down. But anyway, so yes, that's a Rode Procaster 2. You'll see we've got all these different sliders. The effects are on here. The effects are on here as well. It's a really cool bit of kit. On the back, you have got 4 inputs for XLRs or jack inputs, as well as you can connect Bluetooth to this as well. There's the Bluetooth slider, that one there. And then there's signal stuff. These buttons, as well as being, you know, sound effects and what else we got in here? A good old rim shot. We love a rim shot. As well as these buttons doing this stuff and doing the voice processing effects like this. You can now hear me as a small robot. As well as them there, you can also do MIDI control. What is MIDI control? I hear you ask. MIDI control is basically, you can use that like a Stream Deck. You can give commands to those buttons so that when you're streaming, they can fire off different MIDI controls as well. It's absolutely epic. This is a really awesome bit of kit. You got the little record button on the top here as well. So if you're wanting to record your podcast, your studio stuff in here, you click that, it just records it onto an SD card at the back there. It's a professional production studio for podcasters, live streamers. The quality and the output of this is absolutely amazing. And let me come in here so you can see the screen a little bit more, and I'll show you. I mean, the screen quality on this is pretty epic, to be fair. Let me just move that in a bit closer there. So you can see all the different stuff there. You can see the sliders. You got the visual indication of what's going on there. That's really good. If I just show you here, look, all your sliders there. If I were to bring up a different microphone, so we've got a different mic there. That is the Rode Wireless Go. That's, where is it? That's this microphone. So I'll just pop this on here as well. I don't actually know how that sounds, but I can see from that visual indicator that we're peaking a little bit there, so it probably doesn't sound the best. So all I need to do is press on this bit here, and then I can bring those levels down till it's just getting into the orange bit there. So we should be a little bit better there now as well. Let's come back out of there, and we'll see. Yeah, we're not peaking too badly now. We're doing okay. Let me know how that sounds. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to sneak over and have a listen. I think that sounds okay. That's really cool. But yeah, that's on this now. And again, I've got the volume control on here as well. So I can move that up and down a little bit. But if I were to, I can go into that. And you can see, look here as well, we've got all these different presets. Let me just off again. We'll get a bit of an echo. So I can go into that and play with some of these presets. So I can make it, add a bit of sparkle. Who doesn't love a bit of sparkle? There you go. So you've got different effects you can put on there as well. Presets. Let's go for broadcast preset on that. And there we go. So that can, you know, really kind of work with that. It gives you that control that you need if you are really wanting to level up your live stream. And you can plug in your XLR microphone so it gives you more control. Let me just swap those back over again. Now we're now back on the Shure MV7. Rome Knows Tech is in the house. Rome, how are you? Rome, I will absolutely say, Rome, when I got your message this morning, it brought a smile to my face, but it was great to see that. So hopefully you are well and you were pleased. It's been interesting. Going live, just wanted to pop in and say, Rome, you wouldn't believe it. I'm about to go live earlier and my MacBook Pro refused to power up. So I've had to bring the big Mac down from upstairs. It has been a nightmare, but I needed to go live as well. So yes, so if you're about to go live, guys, do check out RomeKnowsTech.live. This guy knows his stuff. He is a fantastic live streamer. And why have we got sleep focus on? Sorry, my phone's playing silly beggars. Dismiss. There we go. It's been like that all day. Not been getting any notifications whatsoever. What a crazy day today has been. So yes, do check out RomeKnowsTech.live. He knows his tech. He's a really great guy as well, and he's got some really cool stuff. He has the YOLO box, which is pretty awesome. So do check him out. So you've seen that is the Rode Procaster 2. One, it looks really cool in your studio. all of these colors can be changed. You can even change the brightness of the unit itself to fit in with your studio feel. It's a really cool bit of kit. And again, you know, you've got 4 headphone dials there as well for monitoring. Dan Goyette is here. Dan, how are you, my good friend? Hopefully you are well. Dan is another tech addict who he does love his tech. I recently at a conference where Dan was, and he was giving away some awesome tech. Oh, excuse me. I think I just pulled something on that sneeze. That was an epic sneeze, was that? So yes, the things you do in your life. So yeah, when we talk about going live as well, that's some of the things that anything can happen when you go live. And as I've said earlier, when I've come live tonight, I've had an issue with my MacBook, but it's booked into the Genius store. Those issues will be fixed, which is why you should always prepare well in advance before your show. Then that way, if something does go awry, you are okay. So yes. So as you can see in the comment section as well, if we've got your profile picture, you will appear on the head of the snake. We have got the lottery jar, but I'm a bit nervous. But we'll try it out in a bit. We'll try it out halfway through the show. It's a new little widget from the amazing guys at BeLive. So let me just show you. Bring it on here. This is the Shure MV7 USB and XLR microphone. I bring that here, we get to see it in all its glory. There it is. It is just there. This is the microphone that I'm currently using. You'll see I've got the XLR cable here, but this microphone is also USB, which is really cool. So what that means is you don't need to have all of this big tech. You don't need to have all of this money invested in equipment. You can plug it straight from the microphone unit itself into the USB on your computer. And it also gives you some kind of controls on there as well with the Shure Motive software. So that is a really great feature of this microphone. And you'll see it's a nice looking microphone. It's got a metal casing on it here as well. You've got the horseshoe shaped clamp underneath, which is really cool. I have mine on a little mic stand here, as you can see, just in front of my setup here as well. And I think it works really well. You can just see my cup of tea there as well on my You're on mute. Do excuse the mannequin there. Long story. So yes. So yeah, that is the Shure MV7 USB and XLR microphone. Because it's got the USB and XLR, it means it gives me the opportunity to, or as I did with this, I started on the USB. And as I've grown with my stream and my setup and my confidence, I've then gone to the Procaster 2. So I've got a mixing desk that I can run this through. It also means that this microphone can be used in live sound environments as well, which really does help get the most out of the stuff that you are using. Again, it's a really cool bit of kit and it looks nice in a stream. I think sometimes you've got to be conscious of how things are going to look. If you've got stuff coming in on boom arms, you don't want it to distract too much from what the audience is experiencing as well. So for me, this is just perfect. You can have it just pop into the edge of the screen like that. And if you want to get a bit closer and a bit of a radio night jock, then you can do that as well. And you can really play around with it. I'm a big fan of it. And again, I know a lot of podcasters, live streamers are fans of this too. So do check, it is a great bit of kit. That's a mouthful. So yes. So whilst we're here on Amazon, if you do see anything, you enjoy, click in the carousel, check out the products. And most importantly, if you like the stream, if you're interested in following a Englishman talking about live streaming and tech and talking, then by all means, please do give me a follow. It is much appreciated. I don't get any of your data. It doesn't cost you any money. It just costs you a click of your... Do you see the sound effect then? Sure could have had a sound effect. But no, I chose to do it myself. So yes. So yeah, Shure MV7. Great product. I'm a big fan of it. Let's see what we've got. Next item on here is Do you know what? I'll show it you. It's just here. Excuse it because it's off balance because again I had to knock a load of stuff over. That is the Neewer softbox lights. You'll see it is what is giving me this light here. And because I've got a dark shirt on, you'll see it just gives a little lip on here, which really helps separate me from the background. If I didn't have that, I would then kind of blend in a little bit more. And so, yeah, I'm a big fan of it. When you are streaming, lighting is so important. In fact, lighting is the thing that sets the mood, the atmosphere of the look of your stream, depending on the way that you are, the message you want to deliver, whether it's fun, whether it's moody, whether it's serious. Lighting can make all of those changes and can make that difference. You can add colored lights like I've done here as well, which separates the background. And I have one of the lights here with a slightly, it's called a warmer tone. So both these lights are LED and they have what's called like a white LED and a warm LED. So the more warmer it is, the more oranger it becomes. And the more white it is, you can see here, this is white, the lighter it is. I have these two lights set up kind of at a 45-degree angle through my body a little bit. So this light is shining down here, and then that light, the softbox, is just behind me there, coming up this way. So it means that the shadows that are cast by this light coming down, that, by the way, is the best light meter you can ever get. The palm of your hand, and you can see where the light is. So this is coming down this way, which would create shadows around here. I can talk till the cows come home. Let me switch this light off and you'll see the difference with just one light. So there we go. See, that's a little bit more moody now. But look how this shoulders completely almost disappears into the background. You can't see where it starts or ends. And again, here is all kind of disappearing off now. So it changes the look of this completely. Now, don't get me wrong, I actually quite like the look of this, but depending on what I was talking about. So maybe not for an Amazon Live, but if I was doing something on Mindset, then this has got quite a nice intimate feel to it. So I quite like this as well. So I might do a TikTok with this. But again, if you're into something else, let me just bring this light back on and then you'll see the difference again. And there we go, we're back. We are back. There we go. And so with that light in it, just, you see what I mean? It just changes the feel. It's still the same me, it's still the same wall, it's still the same stuff, but it just looks slightly differently. So yeah, I'm a big fan of it. It also means the two lights, they come with power cord, obviously, the tripod stand, the LED lamp, and then the softbox, the fabric box itself. So that, if you're starting out, is pretty much all you're going to need to start with. I know a lot of people start with a big ring light, which is great if you're doing makeup tutorials and stuff. I've got a big ring light as well. But with the softbox lights, if you're starting to do some, just gives you a bit more control. If you want more direct light, you can take the filter off the front and have the light just straight on. On the back, you've got like an intensity control, so you can adjust the warmth and you can adjust the temperature. So that is basically the white light versus the orange light. I have the two lights on the different temperatures because, again, it adds more, it adds more depth to my face, I believe. But let me know what you think. How would you do it? Now, I have got some, I've not got them, but they'll be in tomorrow's stream. I've got some Neewer like battery powered lights, which are great for adding like hints of color. I love having a teal and a pink to highlight as well, which looks I think looks quite cool. So yeah. And again, with any of these products, let me just bring this up as well. Take that off there, take that off there, and take that off there. There we go. You can bring the products up onto the screen thanks to the power of BeLive. Oh, look at that. Amazing. So yeah, any of these products, if you are interested in clicking the carousel, you'll get more technical information, and please feel free to purchase. Keep an old hypnotist in the lifestyle that is accustomed to. A great little product, where is it? Is here. is this thing. This is the Neewer. I've got quite a few Neewer products. Let me explain. None of these products are sponsored products or given to me. These are all products that I have purchased with my own hard-earned money. If I was to show you a product that was sponsored or given to me by a brand, you know, I would let you know that that's the case, whether it be paid for or just given to me as a demo. I have got a show coming up in a couple of weeks' time where there is some products that are being sent to me, and I'll give you my honest opinion on them, but it looks really cool. I'm looking forward to that one. So anyway, if there is anyone watching from Neewer as well, always happy. Send me some stuff. I'll be happy. Anyway, this is a mini desktop tripod. What's cool about this is it's 12.5 inches when it's folded down. And then with just these little thumb clips here, with just those little thumb clips, lovely little motion there. It can go up to, I think it's 26 inches. And you got these little feet at the bottom, anti-slip and movable. So you can kind of have them any angle or height that you want. What's cool with this is it works brilliantly. If I'm on my desktop upstairs, which I normally am on this computer, I can set this up on the side, put my camera on top there, and it's got it round about eye level. So I'm looking straight into the camera, which is brilliant. It also means if I am traveling, this fits into my carry-on baggage. So I can take this on the plane with me. So it means even when I'm out and about, I'm not taking loads and loads of bulky equipment on the road. It's all easily packable. Packable? Is that a word? Packable? Packable. Packable. Packable's a word. So it's all easily packable, so I can still stream on the road. I can still do my shows when I'm out and about. And that, for me, is the difference that makes a difference. I love products that I can take with me. So, you know, we all love that myth of the laptop lifestyle. I love the idea of traveling around the world whilst doing Amazon Lives, which I think would be quite cool. But I only want to go to warm places. If you watch the stream often, you'll know I have an obsession with where people are come from and whether it's warm where they're from. So do let me know in the comment section where you are watching from, and let me know what the temperature is. Is it warm? Is it cold? So yeah, I've got the one with the red legs. For the simple fact of a lot of the times when, if I'm doing a show, the lighting is quite dark. And so if there is something like this on one of the tables, by having the red legs, it kind of highlights it. So it stops people from banging into it and tripping over it. When I say putting it on the tables, if I'm in an environment where I need a full height tripod, sometimes this is great to just put this on a table with the legs fully extended, and it gives you the height that you need. So I'm a big fan of that. Gives you everything you'd expect from a tripod. Quick release plate on the top, 360-degree rotation all the way around there as well. You've got the little spirit guide there. Spirit guide. Not that type of spirit guide. It just lets you know if it's level. And then you've got the tripod legs. It's also got the little hook thing here, so you can put some weights on there as well, which kind of stabilizes it if you're going around and filming some stuff. The Neewer mini desktop tripod stand. Love it. I say love it. I say that about everything, don't I? I'm a big fan of that. But no, I am a big fan of that. It's a great bit of kit. So yes. What else we got? What else have we got? It's weird having this such a big screen in front of me. I've normally got my little MacBook in front of me there. So the Stream Deck. Now, weirdly, I can show you this now, actually. But yeah, look, there you go. Because I always tell you about when I have it set up on my computer. Look, there is the Benjamin Franklin's. Look at that. How cool is that? So that is the screensaver on my Stream Deck, which is set up for... Let me just unmove that so then it's the right way around. There we go. There we go. So that you'll see it is the eyes from a Benjamin Franklin. That is just a screensaver on this. So if I was to just press a button here, there we go. We are good to go. We are live. We're on action, and we've got all sorts of various different things going on there as well, from muting microphones. And in fact, yeah, it's all there. It is all there, which is really cool. So that controls the stuff. So that sits in front of my stuff here. And if I wanted to, let's just see what we're going to do. What is that one? Yeah, so if I bring this up on screen here, I could, if I wanted to, is it that one? There we go. So just by pressing this, I can change the formats on there. What's that one? That'll bring it side to side like that. That one will just bring it back like that. So you can really kind of mess around. What are you? Oh, I think you're this. There we go. Because this is set up for up there. There we go. So that's previous and next slides on there. So it really is. What's going on? Way there we go. It's really helps make the stream a lot more versatile. You can add that production level to it, and you've got all that stuff in here on that Stream Deck. So it's just the push of a button. And this is done because, Gren, with the BeLive software that I use, they've got hotkeys for all those different things on the screen. But any hotkey on any program, any app that you are using can be programmed to one of those buttons. Those buttons are basically all LED screens, and they're interactive as well. So if, like me, you're into a bit of cryptocurrency, you can have the Binance app on there. So it's constantly telling you how much money you're losing. Crypto, yay. So any shortcut, so even if it was down to just the basic cut, copy, paste, you can add that as buttons on here as well, and just literally streamline your workforce. It's not just for live streamers, it's for streaming, you know, anything that you do. If you're doing video editing, you can put your shortcuts for various different, you know, stuff to do your editing on this as well. I really like this. I think it's a great product. And I think, again, you know, when it's set up, let me show you. You can see it a little bit, but let me show you. You know, when you set up here, you know, you've got your Stream Deck, you've got your Rode Procaster, you've got your Atem Mini, you've got all this stuff going on. It really helps. You know, it gives you like a really cool looking setup. So I really like it. So yeah, so that's that. That is the Elgato Stream Deck. Do check it out. A bit of cold tea. Who doesn't love a bit of cold tea? Yeah. There we go. So what is next up? Press that. Will that do it? Will that do it? There we go. iPhone 12. It is a great product. Not only is it a great product, let me just unplug it for a second. It is a product I use for doing this show. With the Amazon Creator app on here, it enables me to run this show. Now, I'll tell you why I sing the praises of this so much. I'll tell you why. Basically, it is a really powerful tool. If, let's say, forget about live streaming, forget about all that. Let's say you've got a talk, a toast, a presentation, or something to do with work that you've got to do. A lot of people memorize the words that they're going to say, and then when it comes to the time to delivering that presentation, they get it all wrong. And that's because they don't do it in the way that they're going to do it at the time. You've got an iPhone 12. The camera quality on this is great. Set it up in a stand in front of it, and then deliver your lines to the camera. It means that you can practice any time that you've got some spare time, and you can watch it back. And even though when you watch it back, it is going to make you cringe, trust me, this teaches you about what you do with your hands, what you do with your head, how you hold your body, all of these things to help you deliver it in a good way. So it helps you focus on the delivery as well as the words, the presentation. It adds razzle dazzle. So I'm a big fan of it for that. It also means in this day and age, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, you can be going live. If you are shopping and a lion escapes from the local zoo, you can take your phone out, you can record that, you can upload it to your YouTube channel, you can live stream it to your social media followings. You could probably even do a Amazon Live whilst doing that as well. So I think that's what makes it a really cool bit of kit. There is newer ones out there. You know, you can spend more money on the latest one. I'm due an upgrade, but I'm holding back at the moment because the new one doesn't quite deliver what I want from a new phone. And this one is still doing an absolutely fantastic job. Battery life is great on them, but I'll be honest, if you are live streaming, if you are doing video, that does eat up the battery quite a lot. So good to have kind of a backup or a charger or something like that. Or the power banks. I should actually add a power bank into this as well. So do let me know where you're watching from. Oh, it's there. It is there. I've got the wrong carousel up, but never mind. We will carry on regardless. This is one of my favorite bits of kit. Not so much for live streaming, but this is the Square Card Reader. This is great for talks and presentations. So after your presentation, or if you come to one of my workshops or one of my talks, I do a talk on motivation or confidence or any of those things. And then afterwards, people have the opportunity to purchase a USB stick with a host of mind therapy products on there. Now, in the olden days, what would happen is those people would give me cash and I would give them the USB stick. Now with this, they just literally tap their card on it or insert their credit or debit card on here. I can put the details in on my phone and I have the money in my account in 1 or 2 business days. That is a really, really great thing because literally it means that people don't have to worry about carrying cash around with them. It means that I don't have to worry about carrying cash around with me. And people don't need to worry about having the correct change. It also demonstrates a level of professionalism. And there is, in the UK especially, there's a level of protection for the buyer when they're buying on their credit card as well. And so it helps people have the confidence to buy not only from you, but buy into you as well. It also means, look at it, I don't have to carry a cash tin. I don't have to worry about a float. It is tiny. It is USB, and it literally fits in the palm of my hand, so I can go out and do the stuff that I need to with that. So hopefully that makes sense for you. I've got this in the stream, and it's down here. It's what I'm using as my monitor at this moment in time. Now let me show it you. I'm going to show it you, and then I'm going to put it back down, just so you know that I've got it. Because it's a massive product. This, it says, it's the Bose line array. I should actually set this up on there so I can show you what it does. Basically, as you see in that picture there, oh, do you know what I could have done? I could have just moved my camera around to show you. Could have done that. Thanks for telling me. Just let me carry it all the way across the studio. So as you look, I suppose it's like going to the gym. As you look at that, you can see the top it curves in, the bottom it curves in. It does that, and it changes the EQ automatically when you do that, depending on the environment that you're in. So if I'm on a raised stage and my audience is below me, I can pop the bottom in. If that's the bottom, it will curve in like that, and then the speakers are pointing down as well. If I'm in a sports hall and there's raked seating going up, as the speakers set there, I can have the speakers going up and it looks after them as well. Now, this is a great thing about this particular speaker. That one unit, I have 4 of these. That one unit will fill most places. So if I've got to do a talk or a presentation, that unit there really does fill the room with a rich vocal sound. And it is great. I'm a big Bose fan when it comes to sound. As I tell you often on this, I'm a bit of an audiophile. Audio is so important. Now, don't get me wrong, I always talk about the importance of visuals, the lighting, the cameras, etc. But audio, it just hits people differently. One of the great things about my show is that I have some good microphones, some good speakers. So when I'm delivering my hypnotic suggestions, because of the quality of the sound, it just has a deeper impact. So which is why I have the Bose F1-812. Great bit of kit. Highly recommend it. And even if you're at home and you're looking for some nice audio, this is a bit of an overkill. This will do 250 people. So if you've got a big house, then that's brilliant. This is more like professional touring equipment, but the sound quality is just unbelievable. Better than live, they say. So going back onto, now that was a very expensive speaker. I appreciate that. Some of the equipment that I do have on these live streams is really expensive. But let me just kind of show you a budget item here. And that is this. Purchased this the other day, or took delivery of this the other day. This is the Mackie condenser microphone EM91CU. Really great price. Comes with the little shock mount as well, all part of it, and it's just USB straight into your system. I'll be honest, this is a, you know, cheap and cheerful USB mic. When I started my journey, I started with the inbuilt microphone. Then I got a very cheap USB microphone. And then I got a good Rode NT microphone. And then I got this Shure MV7. The first USB microphone I had lasted 2 streams before I got rid of it. It was shocking. This is a great starter USB microphone. Great quality. I would plug it in and do a sound test with you. But as I've said, I'm on an emergency system at the moment, but normally I would do that and have done that in the past. It's not massive. If you compare it in size to this, you know, it's probably a third smaller, but it's a really nice looking microphone as well. Again, if that's appearing in your stream, just wait for the autofocus to pick it up. It is a nice looking thing, is that. It's got a nice sound to it as well, nice rich sound, and the plosives aren't too bad on it, which I think is great. And it's Mackie. Mackie are a well-recognised, good quality audio provider. You know, and again, for live audio, Mackie are well known for delivering the goods on that. So big fan of it. We should have a little game of bingo for every time I say big fan of it. Another new little product to me, and I love it. I keep playing hide and seek with it. Is the Apple AirTags. Flip that round for you. An Apple AirTag. What this is literally, and again, when I talk about, I have my kit bag. So the other day I had to do a live stream, not from here in the studio. I was up in York. I had a meeting I had to go to, and a live stream from a venue. So I put all my stuff into a big rucksack that goes up with me. This goes in my kit bag with me as well, so I know where my camera is at all times. It is great. Let me show you what it looks like on here, because if you lose stuff, you can find it. Find my. There you go. It is currently. Connect it me, not find me. Items. There we go. There's the Hypno Bug. I've named this the Hypno Bug. And you can see, oh, that's actually showing you my address. So that shows you where I am on the bigger scale of things. But here's where it's really cool. If you're like me and you're always losing your keys, your wallet, or stuff like that, you can then go deeper than that and go find nearby. So I'm gonna put this. Shh, don't tell me. I'm gonna hide this behind me here, on there, and then I'm gonna. It tells me this at this address, but this is a big address. There's a lot of stuff here, so I can click find nearby, and then it brings up this little screen, and now it will point in the direction of where it is. Oh, there we go. So it's now telling me, oh, you can see that it is 4 foot to my left. So if I turn around, you can see that arrow is straightening up. And it's literally pointing straight at it. Look, it's now turning green. And it says it's just there. And if I put that over, it says it's here. But here's where it gets cool. What I could do is, see the little button there? Compress that. plays the sound so I can find it. Now that, for me, is a really great bit of kit. It knows that I've found it. You can also do it, you don't have to do the fact, you can also play the sound here. Cool. So that really helps you find your stuff. If it's in your living room, your dining room, your kitchen, in the side part of the car, which is a favorite place of me to lose stuff, I often put stuff in the side card of my car and then forget I've put it there. So yeah, that goes in the kit bag. You can have multiple ones of these for different things. I just have the one at the moment, but by all means, they do a great 4-pack of these and some keyring stuff as well. So you can put it on your keys, you can put it in your kit. For me, it's always about the kit. One of the things I love about this, and if you've got the AirPods Pro, you'll know this as well. If I go a distance from this, like if I got in the car and drove away now, it would bring up a notification on my phone to say you have left Hypnobug behind. So then I can then go back and get it. So like I said, if I've got my kit in my rucksack for when I'm out on the road streaming, I know where my camera is. And if I set off and for whatever reason leave it behind, and I have left everything behind at jobs before now, believe it or not, even to the point of I left a pair of Barker shoes. They're really nice, expensive English shoes that I left behind at a venue. And I remember getting in the car halfway home, 3/4 of the way home, and I'm like, I'm sure I've forgotten something. And it was only the next morning when I've come to set out my kit bag again for the next show, I realized I was missing my shoes and I'd left them in the dressing room of the show the night before. Who's messing me? Oh, there we go. What's this? You have a live video scheduled to begin at 9 p.m. Perfect. Yeah, great. So yeah, that's the Apple AirTags Pro. Really, really cool. You know, for less than $30 to kind of protect your stuff is a must. Yeah, I think so anyway. Next product, and again, talking about protecting your stuff, protecting your memories. Western Digital My Passport. This one is 2 terabytes. 2 terabytes. So that basically means all of your photos, memories, videos can be stored on here. But most importantly, it's great for backing your stuff up. It's just USB, no additional power is needed. And again, because of its size, My Passport, I can have all of my show assets on here and I can travel with that as well. What I really like is if I'm doing like some of the off-roading events that we live stream, I can put assets on this for that. Or if people are out and about collecting video, they can put it on a hard drive and plug it straight into the system. So it can be used for transporting information from one place to another. If you are a content creator, perfect for being when you're on the road. Because if you're out there creating stuff, recording videos, TikToks, Instagram reels, whatever it is that you're doing, training videos, you record those assets, you put them on your, SD card. If you're not backing it up, there's a chance something could go wrong and then you have lost those memories, you've lost that content forever. And to go back and redo it, it's never going to be the same. You're never going to be in the same mindset. You're never going to be in the same headspace. So yes. Cool. I've not got, I'm always rushing, but it's okay. We're going to get through this together. Really cool tool, a cool tool. And I'll show you, it's here. It's this one here. It is the Atom Mini Blackmagic Pro. This is a great switcher unit for live video for this. I use this for hybrid meetings where you can have 4 HDMI inputs. All of your transitions, picture in picture and everything like that is taken care of in the actual unit itself. It doesn't take up any processing power in the computer. All of that is done in the hardware here. There's a USB-C out as well, so you can record straight to an external hard drive, so it keeps all of that footage as well. Also, the USB out for this can go straight into your computer, and just like this with the BeLive software, your computer sees everything that's going in there as a webcam feed. So your computer sees one image, everything else is on here. because this is the Pro, it also means you've got a HDMI out. So you can put that into a monitor and see all of the feeds in there. So think of it this way. If you've got 4 HDMI cameras, you would need 4 capture cards to run that, and it would take up all your processing power. One of these takes care of all that. Great bit of kit, especially when it comes to hybrid and kind of live streaming like this. Apple AirPods Pro. Just hide that again. These are great. One of my favorite tools because I use it for listening to music. I use it when I'm in the gym. I use it for making phone calls. I use it for Siri. And I use it sometimes, again, if you are live streaming, great to put these in. And you've got your in-ear monitors. If you're on Zoom, you've got your in-ear monitors and your microphone as well. So it stops that echo. Great if you are, oh, there we go. It's just moved that over from there to there, has it? No. No, just let me know you can still hear me because it's going all over the place. There we go. Just take these out again because it's trying to connect to them. So yeah, you can use those as microphones for your streams as well. So if you are streaming on that's all good. If you are streaming on your iPhone, the further away you get from your iPhone, the more space there is between you and the microphone on the phone. It is designed to be here. So having something like that means you can set your phone up, step away from it, and still get good quality audio. And it also means you've got like a wireless mic. They've got dynamic audio, which is like spatially aware. They've got transparency mode, which means it lets in some of the sound around you in. And then they've got noise cancellation mode, which means it gets rid of the sound around you. So you just hear that also. Jason, I'm bouncing back and forth between you and Rome. He says hi. Tell Rome I said hello too. He is a true gentleman. And good to see you, Jason. That is a cracking profile picture there. I do like a nice tie. Not got a tie on tonight myself. I thought it'd be a casual occasion. But it's good to see you've dressed up for the occasion. So yeah, good to see you, Jason. And it's good to see all the bugs seem to have been ironed out on Amazon Live tonight, which is great. So you got the dynamic sound on there and the noise cancellation. And they fit, again, palm of your hand. It's great. Of course, Jason. There's a funny story about when I was in Amsterdam and I ended up in the Hermes shop. I never say it right. It's supposed to be Hermes. The Hermes shop, and there was a beautiful sales assistant who I don't know how they managed it. I'm supposed to be a hypnotist. I'm supposed to be the master of the mind. This sales assistant has kind of gone, no, do you want this free sample of this aftershave? It smells lovely. And it did. It smelled lovely. And then in the process, they've gone, would you like to buy this tie? And I bought a French silk Hermes tie. I think it was just under $200. For a tie, and I remember leaving the shop quite pleased with my purchase. And it was when I got back to my hotel and I'm like, why did I buy the tie? It's a beautiful tie, but I don't wear that often because it costs too much money. There you go. So it proves even hypnotists can be hypnotized by beautiful sales assistants. So yes, that is that. And again, this is, let's try it now. This is the Rode Wireless Go. That is this. Clips on here like that. And then you got the receiver, which is just clipped on here like that. I'll show it you. And what I'll do, you should be able to hear it now. That is the Rode Wireless Go. And I'll just move this camera around so you can see it here a little bit better. I'll bring that up here as well. I'm just going to do like 5 things at once because that's what we like to do. Show on stream. So there you go. You can see it's just resting on here. What's really cool about it is you've got this. Let me just unmirror that. There we go. So you've got, this is the receiver. The receiver is currently plugged into the back of the Rode Procaster 2. I'll just zoom in there and you can see. You can see the levels on there. You can see it going up and down, and that is cool. Battery indicator on there, brightness, all of it is on there, and that's got the little connection into the back of the Rode Procaster 2. Now you do need an adapter to make that happen. But this side here is just that. And this bit at the top here is just the microphone, not there. Now, what's really cool with this is you can just clip it on here like this. Like many streamers will have it on there as well. Or if you want to be clever, you can get yourself one of these. It's the Rode Interview Go, I believe it's called. And that just clipped in there like that. That goes over the top. And then you have got a proper roving reporter's microphone. I'll just bring that down because it seems to be clipping a little bit. I'll just bring those levels down. There we go. And so there you go. So then you've got this little microphone here as well. So this is the Rode Wireless Go in the Rode Reporter. I'm just going to... There we go, yeah. I think that sounds all right. I might do the rest of the show with it like this. Yeah, I feel like I'm a news reporter. Grant Saunders coming to you live from Amazon Live, talking about live streaming products. What do you think? Really? Yeah, so now weirdly, as a stage performer, I'm used to having a handheld microphone. It does actually feel a little bit easier for me to do this, so you get a bit more vocal control. A couple of interesting things with the Rode Wireless Go, you can actually plug that into your phone as well. But if you do that, you need a separate cable, and that is this cable here. It is the Rode, is it the SC7? Basically, it's a TRS to TRRS. That means on one side, thank you, you've got 2 black rings. And then on the other side, he says, you have 3 black rings. So it converts it. If you imagine your phone, your headphone socket on your phone is expecting headphones and a microphone. Because this is just a microphone, it only needs the 2 rings. So you need that cable that converts it. Then, if you've got the little 3.5mm to lightning cable adapter for your iPhone, you can then put the Rode Wireless Go into your iPhone and use that, which is what I do if I'm at the wedding fairs and doing some stuff for them as well. So yeah, but the SC7 cable, when I first got the Rode Wireless, I went through all sorts of stuff to try and figure that out. And it took me a while. It took me a few YouTube videos. And then eventually I discovered just buy the extra cable. Stop trying to save money. Stop being cheap, Grant. Buy the right kit for the job. I mentioned this microphone earlier. I'm a big fan of that as well. I do like Rode products. Rode for video, I think, are brilliant. A lot of the stuff that I use are, named brand when it comes to tech and it comes to streaming, because I want the stuff to work. And I'm not saying cheaper stuff is not going to work. I'm just saying I want that peace of mind, that reassurance that comes with that quality brand name. So this is the Rode NT USB microphone. Now, I mentioned this earlier. This was the second USB microphone that I got. And I got it because it's Rode. I got it because the reviews were really good. It's a good, heavy, sturdy microphone. Again, a nice big metal arm on here as well. And I love the look of it. It looks beautiful, and you've got that Rode branding just on the top there. So if it just appears in the tip of your stream, you've got that there as well. Really cool thing with this, USB-C on the back, and a little 3.5mm socket for your headphones there as well. But what's really cool with this is, let's say you don't want to spend all the money on a Rode Procaster 2, because if you're starting out, there's no point spending all that money straight away. If you've got a 4-port hub, like so, you can get 4 of these, plug them into that USB hub, and they will work with the Rode Connect software, which gives you like a virtual Rodecaster studio on your computer. It's really cool. So yeah, absolutely love that. I'm just realizing that time is running away from us, and I'm supposed to be at the gym in 10 minutes time. We can do it though. We can do it. So yeah, so with the Rode NT USB Mini, you can plug into 4 NT USB minis into that system, and then you've got your Rode Procaster Studio running. It is pretty cool. And then as you go further down the line, you can then start investing more money into it. Once you know how much fun it is trying to get guests for your podcast, you can then decide. Because I know a lot of people start that podcasting, they go, do you know what, I'm going to be the next Joe Rogan, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. After week 3, and you run out of friends to get on your podcast, it can be a challenge. So, you know, I've been running a live stream show with guests for the last 2.5 years, and trust me, it can be a challenge securing guests and them turning up. So, you know, a lot of people start podcasts and don't complete them, but there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta try it and see, haven't you? Final product in tonight's stream. I say tonight because I always go off my time, and I know that it's probably in the afternoon in your time, but let's just say now. That is the Canon EFM 22mm pancake lens. It is the lens that I currently use. It is my favorite lens. Not that you should have favorites, but it's got that shallow depth of field, so I can show you an SD card like that, and it goes right in on the product, and it's beautiful. And I am blurred, so I am no longer a figment of your focus, but then when I move it out the way, it just comes straight back to me as if I've got someone controlling the camera. So I absolutely love that. So yeah, I quite like using this rod mic like this. It does make me feel like it makes me feel professional. Who knew? So yes, the 22mm lens, this is a cropped sensor camera. It's the Canon M50, so it's not a full mirrorless. So it gives the 22mm pancake lens on this. It gives the look of a 35mm if it was a full frame mirrorless. That all sounds like I know what I'm on about. I absolutely do not. This was a photographer that told me this stuff. But I really like the look of this. I like how it looks on the camera. I also like the look that it delivers on this stream as well. If you like the look of this stream, then this is the lens that I recommend, because this is the lens that I'm using. And that's what I recommend you do. Find people that have the look and style that you're after for your live stream, and then find out what they're using. You can spend tens of thousands of dollars on equipment and still not get the look that you want, or you can spend a few $100s and get absolutely exactly what you want. So yes, so that is it for me. Do stay tuned, and do you know what? Get yourself over to RomeKnowsTech.live. Rome is live now, I believe. Let me just see if I can find him myself. He is there somewhere. Let me find him. RomeKnowsTech.live. We'll spy on him. Is he live now? Is he live? Oh, I don't know if he is. Oh, well, check out RomeKnowsTech.live. He was live, I believe. He's a great live streamer. And if you enjoyed this, there we go. Thank you very much, Jason. I will try my best. Unfortunately, the guy that I go to the gym with is 20 years younger than me, and he tries to kill me every time. So, Jason, thank you very much for showing up and chatting as well. And maybe I'll wear a tie next time. Maybe give myself a fancy knot as well. So that's it for me today. I need to use my words more. Jason, thank you very much. Guys, thank you for joining me as well. If you've enjoyed this, please do give me a follow, and happy Amazon live shopping. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Good night. God bless.